Hey guys, I want to talk to you real quick about something today that I get asked about a lot. And I think that we are all aware that it is causing a lot of damage to our efforts to lose weight. But I also think that a lot of reason we don't stick to something is because we don't fully understand the why behind it. And if you're anything like me, I really need to understand why something is the way it is in order for me to implement it into my life. So I want to talk to you about something that we have a love-hate relationship with. And the reason we have a love-hate relationship is because we love to eat it, but we hate what it's doing to our bodies, and that is sugar. So I want to simplify it and break it down for you of why it is causing us to get fat and stay fat. And it's more than what you may think. So I know a lot of us think of the basics in that sugar is, it's basically a lot of empty calories, right? And I think everybody knows that. And so basically, empty calories are calories in food that you're eating that provide absolutely zero nutritional value. And that would be sugar. It provides nothing of benefit to our bodies whatsoever. It creates a lot of problems, but we're just going to talk about weight loss today, and not the host of other problems that it can cause. I will save that for another day. So a lot of empty calories, and when we're eating the empty calories, obviously we're not feeling full, and we're eating that instead of eating something that could be beneficial to our bodies. So that's kind of the obvious parts. So here's where it gets more interesting, and I hope that if you already don't know this, that it makes sense to you and it is helpful to you in making a decision to really limit or stay away from sugar completely. So one of the real reasons that sugar makes us fat and keeps us fat is because it messes big time with our hunger hormones. So the main hunger hormones are leptin and ghrelin. So I always like to say leptin is lovely because we want it, and that's a nice way to remember it. So leptin is the hormone that tells your body that you are full, that you're satiated, you've had enough to eat. So that's why it's so lovely, because we want that. We want to know and be signaled when we should stop eating, and our body has received enough at that time. So sugar basically shuts off leptin. So our body's so confused and it's left still wanting to eat. So to make matters even worse, it basically activates ghrelin. Now ghrelin's the hunger hormone, so it's kind of the opposite. So leptin tells us we're satiated, ghrelin tells us that we are hungry. So sugar jacks this up, and it basically activates ghrelin, and ghrelin's telling our body that we're still hungry and we need to eat more. So this is like the perfect storm. It's just not a good situation to be in. So there's that. Guess what? It gets worse. So not only does it mess with your hunger hormones in the worst way possible, it also messes with your blood sugar. So I'm sure you've noticed when you eat processed sugar, you get kind of a high, like a real rush. And that's because it jacks your blood sugar through the roof, which creates a lot of fake energy and a lot of really quick energy. Now, the problem is, as soon as it drives your energy up, it's going to come crashing down again, almost just as quickly. And when that happens, guess what? Your body wants to go back up again, so it's going to leave you craving more. So again, this is just not ideal. And not only that, it's going to make you feel like shit, and it's going to really affect your moods in a negative way. So as if that weren't bad enough, guess what else it does? It messes with another hormone that I am sure you are familiar with called insulin. So the purpose of insulin is basically when you eat food, insulin's job in the simplest form is basically to take the sugar aspect, the glucose from that food, bring it into your cells, and that's what provides them with energy so that you can go about your day and do all that kind of good stuff. Now, when you have too much sugar, your insulin really can't put it all into the cells, so it's kind of left circulating into your blood. When this is done over a longer period of time, the body can become completely resistant to the insulin. So what this means is, instead of uptaking the glucose into your cells to be used as energy, which is what we want, instead there's too much of it, and there's too much sugar, and then the insulin's no longer working. So what it does instead is signals for your body to store it as fat. So just to kind of reiterate, so it's empty calories, so you're eating a shit ton of food, getting absolutely nothing from it, can easily overeat it because it has no fiber, no nutritional value whatsoever. If that wasn't bad enough, it messes with your hunger hormones, so it will never tell you that you're full, so you will keep eating it to the point of feeling sick. I forgot to mention it's also highly addictive, like similar to crack in the different dopamine centers of the brain. But anyway, and then it activates ghrelin telling you that you're still hungry, even if you've eaten a pound of it. Like, What a disaster. So there's that. Then it messes with your blood sugar. It sends you up real freaking high and then crashing down, and it leaves you craving for more. And those cravings can be really, really powerful. And I'm pretty sure you've experienced them because most people have at one point or another. And if that wasn't enough, it also messes with your insulin response. So instead of your body using your food as fuel, and I should mention that sugar does that, but then down the line, chronically, this can affect other foods that you eat as well. Honestly, that's a story for another day. It can get quite in depth. But in the simplest form, basically, instead of your food being used as fuel and uptaken into your cells, your body signals it to be stored as fat. So I hope that makes sense. If you need any clarification, please ask me. I'm happy to explain. And if you want to dive deeper, shoot me a message. Hope that helps.